New EBC Chair and the Secret Report. Jacqueline Wilson, an editorial by Ken Ollie. Just appointed chair of Elections and Boundaries Commission, EBC, once wrote what turned into a secret report over allegations of sexual harassment involving a PNM government minister. Ms. Wilson was an unwitting political pawn for then Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley in silencing a female complainant and downplaying sexual harassment in the workplace. Sports Minister Daryl Smith was later fired, but Rowley said it had nothing to do with sexual harassment. Alleged victim Carrie-Ann Morrow was reportedly given $150,000 of taxpayers' money and made to sign a non-disclosure agreement. Ms. Wilson's report was never made public. It became a moment of truth about how institutions handle serious allegations about gender power play and lack of transparency with the public's purse. Now, that may have nothing to do with Ms. Wilson chairing one of the country's most crucial independent institutions. Except that there is a long-standing perception of coziness between the PNM and an agency with a dark history of gerrymandering electoral boundaries and other irregularities. Ms. Wilson, an ex-senior public officer, was appointed by President Christine Keingolo, a former PNM politician. Couldn't President Keingolo have selected someone without the background of being a party to a political hot potato? Isn't there a competent professional with a leadership profile of a safe arm's length from political intrigue? Ms. Wilson may be fair and objective in the conduct of her duties. But dating back to Alan Reese in the 1960s, there has been public unease over the EBC's conduct of national elections. Reese was both chair of EBC and of Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission, supposedly independent in one role and implementing government policies in the other. He was a PNM government-favored son. The manipulation of electoral boundaries and allegations of fraud with ballot boxes led to the historic opposition boycott of the 1971 polls. Over the years, there have been criticisms of the voter registration process. More recently, the Commission tried to increase the number of Tobago House of Assembly seats without the required legislative amendments. Ms. Wilson's appointment comes amid queries about the independent procurement regulator, who recently intervened in a matter after complaints by the PNM. Rowley's tampering with the function of the Police Service Commission is another graphic example of an autonomous agency being politically suborned. Politics has muddied the independence of national institutions. With her role in the Daryl Smith affair as part of her past, Ms. Wilson has a lot to prove.